Hello everyone and welcome to my Hip Hop Gossip For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Kendrick Lamar seems to allude to whacked out Murals in a vague Diddy reference. Although Kendrick Lamar's unexpected new album GNX is filled with frank, straight, passionate, and harsh words, some of the lyrical references are a little less clear. For instance, this line from the project's first tune, "Whacked Out Murals," caused many fans to raise their heads. He raps as cackling about silence, while all of y'all is on trial on the tune. Many people assumed that K. was referring to the Diddy scandal because of the song's reference to the trial and its exclusion of the name. Regretfully, nevertheless, it might also allude to other criminal cases in hip-hop, like the struggles of Lil Durk and Young Thug. This is merely a notion, and Kendrick Lamar obviously intended for it to be up to interpretation. Instead of giving listeners the luxury, the majority of the other verses on this page use clear assertions that are difficult to misunderstand. He made it apparent that his wheezy adoration did not lessen his outrage when he addressed the Lil Wayne scandal during the Super Bowl halftime show, for instance. Kendrick Lamar does, however, occasionally divulge more personal information on GNX, like as when he talks about his black hippie supergroup on TDE with Ab-Soul, J-Rock, and Schoolboy Q. These touch down on Heart PT6. I jog my memory, knowing Black Hippie didn't work because of me/creatively, I moved on with new concepts in Reach, the rapper sings in the chorus. Naturally, the track's title, which Drake already employed in his feud with Kendrick earlier this year, is also noteworthy. That's all to say that Kendrick Lamar doesn't mince words on GNX, but it makes sense that he would want to handle the Diddy situation carefully, that is, if that was his true objective. In any case, he most likely understands exactly what he's doing when he uses sentences like that, and sometimes the effect is far more significant than the intention. As we dig deeper into this LP, we'll see what more intriguing bars, hypotheses, and lyrical interpretations surface. Quincy Jones, Justin, Christian King, Chance, and the twins Delilah and Jesse Combs were among Diddy's children who went to his bond hearing in Manhattan Federal Court on Friday with their grandmother, Janice Combs. At approximately 2 p.m. local time, he reportedly entered the courtroom and, in addition to smiling and waving, blew kisses towards his family. In his federal case for suspected sex trafficking and racketeering, Sean Combs is making his third formal bid to obtain bail. The $50 million in the proposed package is the same sum that the court rejected on the defense's second try. But according to reports, this new bail package is stronger and includes more rules and specifications. Even said, the size of that bail deal doesn't change the fact that Diddy's defense team and prosecutors have leveled false accusations against one another. In essence, one side claims that the other aims to undermine the case, control it for their own benefit, and exploit the pressure and public attention to do so. According to the prosecution, the bad boy mogul attempted to illegally take use of other resources available to him and tamper with witnesses. The defense claims that in order to support their position, the prosecution falsified proof and interfered with the evidence. However, the stories from both sides are merely accusations, and this bail hearing will likely lead to a more straightforward and definitive response for Diddy that, hopefully, errs on the side of caution and fixes or denounces any errors that may have been done by either side of the court. Surprisingly, however, his case continues to garner media interest from people who had not previously discussed it. Kendrick Lamar's unexpected new album, GNX, appeared to allude to this controversy. Tony Busby has a lot more on his plate right now because the attorney who has been defending numerous alleged Diddy victims recently had some assault accusations against him. In the pursuit of justice, this case will only get more complicated, so it's critical to exercise patience, keep your attention on the facts, and make sure that no one is subjected to sloppy legal scrutiny. Diddy will undoubtedly face a protracted and challenging court struggle. His trial is scheduled to start in May of next year, and he is presently incarcerated at the MDC in Brooklyn. He is accused of sex trafficking and racketeering, and if found guilty, he may face a lengthy prison term. In addition, he is being sued by a number of people who claim that he has been abused, assaulted, and other offenses. Video of the Bad Boy founder beating his ex-girlfriend Cassie at a hotel earlier this year went viral. It was used at his initial bail hearing and caused a stir on the internet for obvious reasons. Nonetheless, his attorneys charged last week that the prosecution had submitted an altered video that omitted key scenes and presented events materially out of order. Even his former chef, Jordan Chaton, is not convinced by his explanation. Yesterday, she expressed her support for Cassie on Instagram and refuted Diddy's claim that the video was altered. Observing at Cassie's re-victimization in the media, on blogs, and through that phony apology over the course of the last year. Again and again. It has been quite repulsive to witness. She wrote, in part, "I cannot in good conscience remain silent. He was mistreating her physically. For a very long time. These facts are true. It's crazy to claim that the video was manipulated when there were worse beatings. It is unacceptable." She made her statement shortly before Diddy's bail hearing earlier today. Diddy put forth a $50 million bail proposal once more, but with more restrictions. In court, several members of his family, including his mother Janice Combs and his kids, were seen standing behind him. The judge will decide whether or not to grant Diddy bail next week. He did not make a decision right away. "We should have woken up looking for the broccoli, but instead we all woke up anticipating a typical Friday. Who could have predicted that Kendrick Lamar would release GNX, a brand new surprise album, to top off an incredible 2024? Apparently, no one, not even his label, so perhaps we shouldn't be too hard on ourselves." Fans, however, soon overcame their surprise and listened to the new project in its entirety. It goes without saying that there are a lot of strong reactions. Many people believed that this was one of K.Dot's best rap performances ever because of the way the West Coast bounces on many of these songs and his furious onstage performances. Others, on the other hand, thought Kendrick Lamar was singing too much or weren't charmed by some of the album's more subdued tracks. While some felt that they were merely pop-centric songs with no artistic merit, others were rather grateful for the more fundamental and roots-driven hip-hop production throughout GNX. However, putting all of that aside, this new album has received generally excellent reviews. Since Kendrick has such a high and constant standard for excellence, how could it not receive high praise?